Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone out there is doing amazing. I know that I am because right before I sat down to record this video, I went outside and I did a little bit of gardening, if you know what I mean. And I hope that if you partake, you're partaking right now because honestly, what we're gonna talk about in this video is all sorts of fucked up. I'm gonna give you guys an update about the daddy-daughter dream team over on TikTok. Do you guys remember the really creepy father that got down on one knee and proposed to his adult daughter because he wanted her to stay pure? Ooh, just like really disgusting. Before I get into the update, I came across this clip right here and it made me feel like all sorts of uncomfortable. And I just wanted to get like everyone's opinion, like just read the body language in this video and let me know down in the comment section what you're thinking, because she's in danger, girl. Someone needs to like step in and save her. Like, let's just watch her. So he's standing next to her. He's got his big old gut on her, rubs it around the back, leans over. She's clearly uncomfortable. Like, am I reading that correctly? Does she not look like she's really fucking uncomfortable? So there are currently 2 updates with this family because the father has once again been ran off of the internet. Whenever people start investigating them a little bit too closely, the father like shuts their accounts down and he goes away for a little bit. Now Sarah, who is the daughter, she has made her own account and she is pretending that she is going to get her own apartment, which is going to be at an extended stay, which is what the whole family, it's her, the father, a mother, and a brother, and they all stay in an extended stay. So people are like, you're just getting a separate room. But she says that she is going to get her own space because she wants to dispel all of the rumors that people are having about them online because they are simply not true. Her father has never done anything. Let's not forget that her father came online because people investigated them and literally found out that his 2 brothers are registered sex offenders doing things with minors under the age of 13. Disgusting, sir. So you wonder why people are fucking looking at you. It seems to run in the fucking family. Like, this is how you're behaving with your daughter? Disgusting. So anyways, one of the reasons that the father was ran off the internet this time was because there is a website where people can upload and publish adult stories, and people found out that the father allegedly has his own account over there, and the story that he uploaded that apparently he wrote with his daughter, okay? Let's not fucking forget that part. It wasn't just like an adult fantasy story time. It was literally a schminchest. Schminchest. You guys know what I mean with that word, okay? It was literally an incest story time, but not just an incest story time. Are you ready for this? It was a daddy-daughter. Oh, lock him up. Lock him the fuck up. Now, I would love to show y'all the clip of that because people did upload portions of this story that he uploaded, you nasty. But I'm not gonna show you that here on YouTube because it would literally just be a blurred page, because as I was sitting there watching it on TikTok, I didn't even know what I was reading at first, and then holy shit, sir, you need to go to prison. That is just my opinion. But so the father has been missing on social media. People are like, where did he go? Is he really gone? He's probably on some fake account, like commenting on his daughter's shit. Creeper. But apparently he has been working at a smoke shop in Dallas, and somebody actually met him and took a photo with him and uploaded a video about his experience. And apparently everybody is just creeped out by this man, and he loves to talk about his TikTok account where he is making content with his daughter, but people have it all wrong and they think they're doing all this creepy shit. Sir, that is probably the last thing that you should have told people if you were trying to just get a 9-to-5 where you weren't gonna have the drama, because they're gonna go and look for it. Because even though you took your accounts down, there are so many accounts over on TikTok. I went live last night over on TikTok. I'm actually gonna go live later tonight as well because I have to do 3 live streams because I wanna get a stream key so I can play Dead by Daylight over on TikTok. But I went live last night and I had a picture of this family as my background and I was like, this family is gross. So many people were coming in and letting me know, yes, this family is disgusting, and letting me know things about them that I had no fucking idea about. I'm gonna link my TikTok down below if you guys want to join me for a live stream later. Honestly, I have to be so fucking for real. I want to start going live more, and on YouTube, it's not the same as it used to be. If you have been here on the Viewer's Voice for a good long while, I'm talking like dating back to like maybe 2015, 2016, the Viewer's Voice used to be like myself, and then I had a whole panel where people would come up and they would debate shit. There was a lot of fighting, like almost like a Yahoo fight room. You remember those like back in the day? They have made it so difficult here to be able to do something like that. You have to have like a whole separate freaking program, and honestly, it does turn into a headache. Over on TikTok, I can do that. I would love to host panels, and I would love to have people come up and they can come tell me about myself, or we can have a conversation about whatever the fuck, like about this family that honestly needs to be investigated. Okay, so this is the guy that Patrick ran into at the smoke shop, and all I know is that his comment section was lit with people saying that he should have pretended that he was interested in his daughter to see what Patrick's reaction would have been. And honestly, I think that he should go back to the smoke shop and he should do that. Because honestly, Patrick might have them hands. That is his old lady.
This is Patrick. I met him at my local Dallas vape shop. Mind you, he just started working here recently because I've been in Dallas for 2 years, and this guy, I've never seen him in the store. We started talking, and then TikTok came up in the conversation. That's when he started talking about him and his daughter's TikTok account, and I thought it was strange because he didn't say anything about his wife or his little boy. He did say they went to SeaWorld in Florida when I said I was from Florida. But that's about it. We had a good 30-minute talk, and he was just gaslighting me, it felt like, because he was saying, yeah, we're super famous and we got all these followers, we got a little bit of controversy, and I didn't think much of it until I went home and actually looked him up. And the thing that shocked me was what other people were saying about them. In a nutshell, basically everybody is uncomfortable with watching their content online because they think he is his daughter ever since she was a little kid. And honestly, there is signs of that.
The way that
they both wrote a book about a girl who falls in love with a dragon. She's underage, and then he tells her daughter in a live stream that she looks like that girl. And then she says, I know. I really want to give this man the benefit of the doubt because he's my vape store guy, but I don't know.
If there was ever a sign to stop vaping for anyone out there, if this happens to you and you run into somebody like Patrick, that is your sign. That is your sign. If you do not heed that warning, you're going to get popcorn lung.
I'm working on this case since April because, I just don't want to do my vape store guy like that. But these are some very horrible things to back up here. I feel like I'm a lawyer trying to go into a case that is not going to pass by the courts. And here's the part that got me. When we spoke in person, he didn't bring any of this up. He just basically said that people just don't understand us. And people don't understand.
Oh, no, we understand.
Them. It's like they think everybody is in the wrong. I'm sharing this with you guys because when you meet somebody in real life, the internet may show you a side that you will never get to see in real life. And now I'm in this lore because I got dragged into this. And now he's my vape store guy. I have to see this guy every day, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm going to try to interview him and see if he wants to try to clear all this up and back himself up.
Oh, I truly hope that he is able to interview Patrick, and I hope that Patrick has done interviews before. Him and his daughter have sat down, and they have talked to people over on TikTok, and they have answered questions where all it did was upset the audience, and they thought that Patrick and his daughter were, of course, lying about everything. Look, it's a very uncomfortable situation when it comes to daddy-daughter time, daddy-daughter dream team, whatever the fuck their name is. It's downright disgusting how uncomfortable it makes myself feel and just so many fucking other people feel. The fact that he got down on one knee and thought that it would be acceptable and cute and quirky to upload to the internet, hey, I want my daughter to stay pure, so I'm gonna propose with a promise ring. Ugh. And then there is, of course, how both the daughter and the father act when the mother comes around. The mother really fights for attention, especially from her husband, and when she's hugging all over him, he has this look of disgust on her, and it's basically it's really hot, get off of me. Look at them right here. They both look why are you in this shot? Why are you bothering us? This is all about us. Get off of our channel. Here she goes. And I swear the Lord really tests me every single time I sit down to talk about this family because I want to be so blunt with how I'm thinking in my head. But I know that if I say that this whole family looks like they're slow, there's gonna be someone down in the comment section that's so fucking offended, why would you say that? Girl. So moving on from that, let's talk about Tana Mongeau and Brooke Schofield right now and this drama that is surrounding them in the canceled podcast, because Tana has managed to piss off a lot of people over on social media. I have seen a lot of TikToks that have been made calling out Tana in defense of Brooke Schofield, which is actually very surprising because just a few weeks ago, some of y'all are fake. Some of y'all are fake. Just a few weeks ago, y'all were so fucking pissed at Brooke Schofield for marrying this man that was allegedly an adult with a minor that Brooke says it never happened. The girl behind the scenes is saying it never happened. She's just letting this man's name get dragged all over everything. But she told Brooke it never happened, so So if you did not know, the Canceled Podcast is going to be coming to an end when their contract expires. And Tana, on one of the most recent episodes, was talking to Brooke and talking about how the channel the Canceled Podcast is uploaded to was actually her old vlog channel. And she's wondering what she's gonna do with the channel now that the Canceled Podcast is over. Well, what pissed everyone off, and there is a still shot of Brooke Schofield as Tana was saying this to her, I think that Brooke was a little bit taken aback as well, because Tana was talking about deleting every single episode of the Canceled Podcast, which in my opinion is extremely fucked up because that does give Brooke a lot of exposure as well, and it was both of them collaborating on it. There really is no reason to delete every single episode of the Canceled Podcast because they still get like a shit ton of fucking views. It's not like it's some dead podcast like in the water that nobody fucking watches. They're going out on a high note. Well, apparently, allegedly, people over on TikTok are saying that Brooke did not have a contract, but I'm like, isn't their contract expiring for the podcast? If there wasn't a contract, couldn't she just like walk away now and be like, bye bitch, I'm done?
Verses on my main YouTube channel. I don't know. And then it's like, what do I do with this channel? Because it was my vlog channel before. Now is it just like continuing eras and then like all of a sudden I'm like doing something else on this? Like it's just, do I leave Canceled up? Or do we delete all of Canceled?
What? Why would you delete all of Canceled?
Shocked.
I don't know.
I'm counting on at least like $1,000 here and or there from AdSense.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my God. That's just
Why would we?
Literally taking the money out of Brooke's pocket. I saw some people starting a little conspiracy theory over on TikTok that maybe this is payback, like getting rid of all the Canceled Podcast episodes is payback for the whole Mindy situation. I don't fucking know. That'd be so fucking messy though.
Erase it. Do you hate me that much?
No, I don't
Yeah,
hate you.
I think she does.
Saying, like,
A lot of people
era,
think she
like,
does.
You want to delete it all?
I've also said a lot of things on Canceled that I would love to just die.
What the hell?
Well, I guess I'm just...
Well, it will live forever on somebody's account and they will collect. So we should collect.
Oh my God.
That's a really good point. I'm sure that there are people out there that have downloaded every single episode of the Canceled Podcast. I mean, extremely long clips are put over onto TikTok. So, I mean, I'm sure they're going to be uploaded somewhere else once it's done. So honestly, Brooke is correct. Somebody's going to take it and they're going to upload it because people are still going to want to see it. Just because they're ending it does not mean that the fans that they built that were going to all those tours are not going to want to still see the fucking episodes, right?
Oh my
It's so
God! Everybody download these episodes. God, I'm scared of her now.
No, I just like, there's so many things to figure out. I feel like the McBrooms.
Oh, like we're like dividing our assets or something?
Just like, it's like, it's all so confusing.
Well, God, like he cheated with 40 women. Like we just decided like...
I feel like Brooke is not confused on this other than the fact that she's like, why would you take all these episodes down? It's still generating income. Like, honestly, the $1,000 that Brooke was joking about, that's probably like change to Tana at this point. So she's like, it's really not that big of a deal. But girl, give it to Brooke. Honestly.
So true.
This isn't going to work.
I know, but then what? So every month I have to see what amount of AdSense for my channel comes. Well, this is like an off-camera conversation.
Oh, so now you're using this channel as your vlogs again?
Well, like, what if I wanted to?
You can't. We built this from the ground up.
I was Emma Chamberlaining it up on this channel.
I think that before the Canceled Podcast started, wasn't Tana's vlog channel at like 2 million subscribers? And now it's at like 2.5 million subscribers, something like that. So I don't know if I would say that it's from the ground up, but they definitely built something together.
I got it to 2 mil. It's so interesting to like.
There you go.
No, because I'm collecting. I'm invoicing you.
Okay, so because Brooke said that she's going to be collecting and she's going to be invoicing Tana for the episodes of the Canceled Podcast, people were thinking that Brooke Schofield needs to like lawyer up and actually sue Tana Mongeau and go after her in some way to try to get this to either stay up or just get some kind of like residuals from Tana Mongeau. They were talking about this on Reddit. People were making videos about it over on TikTok. I'm sure there were people talking about it over here on YouTube. People were really looking out for Brooke and saying like, hey, don't let Tana dick you around in this situation. Except for this one lady that I saw. She was the only one actually that I saw that uploaded a video and was like laughing and said, Tana, I actually want to see you delete all these episodes. Like, really? Girl, that is so fucking shady. Why would you do that? And of course, in all the comment sections of these videos, and I'm sure that Tana's whole feed, like when she logs into TikTok, she's just scrolling and probably sees clips of people talking about her and what she says in the Canceled Podcast. But she's getting tagged in comment sections and in videos. And you guys know that Tana does not like to address anything. She's like Nikita Dragon in that sense. So I guess that Tana was sick and tired of being called a horrible friend to Brooke Schofield and decided that she was going to upload a TikTok and just address what is going to go on with all the episodes of the Canceled Podcast. So I figured we would just like watch this together.
Okay, I really wasn't gonna make a TikTok about this. And I thought about it. I almost did, and I really wasn't going to because genuinely I don't feel the need to. But then Harry Jowsey just called me on live, right? And he's like, oh my God, are we Team Tana or Team Brooke? And I'm like, okay, when Harry Jowsey's on live calling me about something, maybe I should just talk about it. And I did talk about it on the podcast, and that's coming out in like 5 or 6 days. But I'm seeing some discourse. And I want to put some rumors and some thoughts that people are having to bed. If you did not see, on the last episode of the Canceled podcast, I am sitting with Brooke, and towards the end, I implore the idea of deleting episodes of Canceled. Don't shoot. I should not have just said that so flippantly. The problem is, obviously, though, when you're sitting in your
She honestly should not have brought that up. People are acting like Tana is Brie Olsen, like kidnapping a baby, like snatching somebody's firstborn.
Podcasting with someone that you have done this with for so long, and like you're on tour together and you're friends. I know the F word, it scares you all. You just say shit sometimes. You say shit flippantly. An idea comes through your head and you say it. And I think that's
People
where
don't
I went
believe
wrong.
they're
I
really
think
friends.
if I was going to say that, I should have said all of my thoughts on that. Not just like, hey, should we delete years of our life's work and a body of work that means so much to not only us, but other people? But obviously also we're on tour, and every night this video is playing of me on the podcast specifically. It's the episode with Trevor Wallace, and that one might have to get chopped up. We might silently be deleting some things. And it's me talking about the double-ended situation in Paris. And after you see that clip so many times, there are lots of things like that on Canceled where I'm like, even Brooke and I were just on the last episode reacting to some old episodes, and it's like, you really had to say that? You really had to talk about that body that you caught to millions? And I know that's what made Canceled what it is. And I'm so aligned with holding hands with that version of myself now. But there are obviously days where you're like, damn, digital footprint. But also I understand, like, I'm toothbrush girl to some. I don't need to delete them.
Oh,
and eventually
there is
I
one thing that
obviously
Tana
came
will
to
always be to not just some, but to everyone out there, and that is toothbrush girl. Nobody will ever forget about Tana and her toothbrush story.
my senses and just like also realize what it means to so many people. And the last thing I would want to do is take that away from anyone. And I shouldn't have said it so flippantly. I should have just explained that I was having a day where I was like struggling with the footprint a little bit. And people telling her to lawyer up and seeing all of that discourse is so funny to me, because it's like she can, right? She could go get 15 lawyers. I would only be, and people are only afraid of people lawyering up if they have something, A, that they're trying to hide, or B, that they're trying to shyst someone on. And one thing I am not ever going to do is shyst Brooke Schofield on one single dollar. I am so aware of her importance in Canceled. Canceled would have never been.
Everybody remember that, because that might be a moment that we are coming back to later down the line with this. She said, I am never going to shyst Brooke Schofield out of $1.
And what it was without Brooke. Same with the live show, same with everything. Why? And y'all think we're Mr. Beast, okay? Y'all think the AdSense is like some, like, why the fuck am I gonna shyster on like $4,000 in the end? Like, that would just be so stupid. And
True.
I want nothing but the best for the girl. Like, I originally sat her on the couch on Canceled as she was leaving her waitress job because I believed that she was destined for more. And then people enjoyed it, and it snowballed into this co-host Canceled that ended up being so amazing. Like, there were so many moments across Canceled where she carried me on her back, and she carried the show or the live show or did so many things, you know, and I'm so aware of that. So to try to take anything away from her or not want the best for her or like her money or anything, it's just like, it's pointless and it makes no sense to me. I am closing this chapter and we're moving forward, and I want nothing but the best for her and myself. But like, I'm not going to do her wrong, especially in the end when like, I am so well aware of how vital she was to this whole fucking thing, you know? I 100% see her having a podcast and succeeding in the future. I see her slaying a reality television.
I did see that there were some people leaving comments and they were wondering why Tana just doesn't like take herself off of Canceled and maybe just come on for like a few episodes here and there if she wanted to, but give the podcast to Brooke and maybe, I think Paige is her name, because people really like when Brooke and Paige go back and forth on the podcast as well. So maybe that could be a possibility and Canceled just wouldn't be over like for good. People are sick and tired of their favorite podcast coming to an end. I mean, we all remember how upset people were when Frenemies actually came to an end. We have to admit, Frenemies was some entertaining content for sure.
Lane or whatever she fucking wants, whatever makes her happy, you know? And I recognize that I shouldn't have said that so flippantly. I should have given more insight into the headspace I was in, you know, right, to say like, oh, should we delete all of these things? And I'm not going to. It is my channel, however. It was at 2 million before we started Canceled. Like, and I uploaded so many things on that channel for like 7 years. And I see all the time, even with Trisha, like the Just Trish was Dish with Trish. It was something before that. Not Loveline was something before that on that channel. Like those are her channels. And I've seen so many people do that, like end up rebranding their channels that they own a million ways. There is a part of me that doesn't know if that's what I want to do, because whatever I end up stepping into in the future, I have no desire for it to be just like or compared to Canceled. Like if I wanted to do something similar to Canceled or that was going to be compared to Canceled or like a versus thing, I would just keep doing Canceled. So there is a part of me that does see productivity in doing whatever I do next on a different channel, but also it's my channel and I own it and I can do what I want with it. And Brooke's well aware of that. And all of these things have also been so negotiated. Like when we came back to Canceled the second time, like after the set and we were in the house, like, and touring and everything, like she has a setup and so do I. And our manager sat in and we get paid. She hasn't touched a dollar of her Canceled earnings. The girls got money. And most importantly of all of this, regardless of the future of a channel or the lawyer up allegations or the money or anything like that, it is so disheartening to the both of us, but also proves the message of why Canceled has to end. Seeing the entire internet and me receiving phone calls from Harry Jazzy and whoever else, are you Team Tana or Team Brooke? I'm not doing that at 27 years old. I think there was a point in my life where I probably would have paid cold hard cash to have this many eyes on a situation of team me versus team someone else, and it's not who I am anymore. I'm too old. Like, and there can't physically be teams when A, we're on the same team, her and I right now, about all of this, but also B, we are moving on with our big beautiful lives that are different and incomparable. And all of this is said on the next episode of Canceled and we talk about it, but I just like seeing some of this stuff is so disheartening because I am fighting for exactly the opposite of what people are saying. But I also understand that saying what I said on the last podcast so flippantly can cause this type of speculation and conversation. So here I am being a part of it. Now I'm gonna move on with my day. And I love you guys, and I love what Canceled is, and Canceled will be staying up. And I can't thank Brooke enough for being my other half across this journey. And I will see to the fact that she gets everything that she deserves from this and more, and supporting anything she does, you know? So yeah, are you Team Tana or are you Team Brooke?
Okay, so I was getting a little worried there towards the end because I was thinking to myself, like, is she going to give us like an update on like what's going to be happening to the Canceled episodes? Yeah, she did say that she's going to be doing right by Brooke on everything, so I was wondering, but at the end there, she did say that the Canceled podcast will be staying up. I personally think this was a great way for Tana to address this and kind of like nip this in the bud. She did say on the next podcast episode, she's going to be going into more detail about this, so I guess time will tell. I'm glad that she brought up how people were saying that Brooke like needs to lawyer up, because people really did think that Brooke was going to get herself a lawyer, and maybe that was some conversation that like went on behind the scenes. I don't exactly know. I have seen the discourse on social media of people thinking that Brooke and Tana are not as close and it's just like a show while the Canceled podcast is going on. I don't know, but I guess it'll be very interesting to see what the next projects are from Tana, but also from Brooke. And if Tana changes that channel, Tana is totally going to change that channel. She just bought a condo, I believe, over in Hawaii with Makoa, so you know the vlog content is going to be coming back. So with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you did enjoy it. Please follow my TikTok that I'm going to link down below because I am going to be going live over there later tonight. But also, please leave me whatever your most used emoji is right now and let me know all of your thoughts and opinions about every single topic that I talked about in this video, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye.